We now begin 13 News tonight at 5 with breaking news. Right now, crews are investigating after multiple people were stabbed. This is on the southwest side of Indy.
Metro Police tell us that at least 4 people are stabbed. One of those victims has died. Matthew Foltz is live near Kentucky Ave and Holt Road with the latest from IMPD. Matthew?
Yeah, good evening to you both. And right now I can tell you it's still a very active scene. In fact, if you take a look, you can see crime scene investigators really combing through and paying a lot of attention to this home you see right here on your screen. So this is in the Mars Hill neighborhood. And as you mentioned, 4 people were found with stab wounds at this scene. Now, Metro Police tell us that they found one man inside of the home who had been pronounced dead at the scene, along with a dog who was injured with what looked like to be stab wounds. And then once on the outside of the home, I don't know how well you can see it, but there's a couch right there next to the home in the street. They say they found 3 people, 2 women and a man. They both or all 3 had injuries. They were all transported to the hospital, and we're told the 2 women are in critical condition at this hour. Now, again, still a very active scene. We're still working to learn exactly what led up to this stabbing. We're told it happened shortly before 3 p.m. this afternoon. And again, Metro Police telling us this is not only a traumatic scene for those responding and those involved and that were injured, but this entire neighborhood. I can tell you that this is a very tight-knit neighborhood. Since we've been here on scene shortly after 3 p.m., we've seen dozens of neighbors out and about looking to see what happened. We've spoke to several off-camera who tell us that this is normally a quiet neighborhood. They normally hear maybe some shootings in the distance, but never an incident so close to home like this, especially a stabbing. So this afternoon, very shocking for neighbors. And back here live on the scene, forensics units still trying to determine what exactly led up to this deadly stabbing. Just to recap, we know 1 man died, 3 others injured, 2 of them right now in critical condition at the hospital. But ladies, we're going to continue to work to try to get more information. We'll bring you the latest as soon as we learn more.
Matthew, thank you. We will check back. In the meantime, right now, we're also working to get an update on a deadly crash in Plainfield. We know 2 vehicles collided at the crossing of Quaker Boulevard and Stout Heritage Parkway. At least 1 person is now dead. Investigators have yet to say what they believe may have caused the collision. The intersection now is back open. Tonight, 3 Indianapolis teens accused in separate murders now find themselves in the same situation. They're facing charges, and they're doing so in adult court.
Now, all 3 were waived to adult court in just the last 2 weeks. Our Ashton Hackman talked with the Marion County prosecutor on what's behind these recent cases.
And the Marion County prosecutor tells me on an average year, they will waive as many as 5 kids to adult court for murder charges, having 3 in the span of 2 weeks. He called it an alarming trend.
16-year-old Amante Davis appeared before a judge Tuesday, charged with killing 2 teens and injuring another last April. Davis was 15 at the time of the shooting that happened inside a home near 27th and Harding. His case was waived to adult court last week. 2 other 16-year-olds had their cases waived within the last few weeks as well. Richard Williams and DeMonte Satter, both accused of killing people, both now facing charges in adult court.
We are dealing with 3 young people who were charged with murder, but on the other side of this, we're dealing with people who lost their life. When you're dealing with homicide cases, I think it's really important that we strike that appropriate balance of understanding that we're dealing with kids, but also appreciating the gravity of the actions of what they're accused of doing.
As with all murder cases in Indiana, each of these 3 teens will be held in jail without bond until their case reaches a conclusion. As for Amante Douglas, he is set to have his next court date in July. In Indianapolis, Ashton Hackman, 13 News.
Juvenile suspects accused of murder can be charged directly as adults if they were 16 or 17 when the crimes happen. Juveniles 12 to 16 must be waived to adult court.
A man is now charged for a crash that killed another man and seriously injured that man's wife. This happened in Grant County back in March along I-69. Now police say that 32-year-old Lucas Weimer has turned himself in. He's now facing 4 felony charges that do include reckless homicide. Police say he was under the influence at the time of the collision. He's due in court Thursday.
Tonight, a 21-year-old man is under arrest after allegedly scamming someone out of more than $200,000. Fishers police say someone contacted them back in April and told them about the scheme. Police say the man claimed to be part of federal agencies, even convincing victims with fake arrest warrants, and told them to send money through cryptocurrency and wire transfers. Fishers police say they arrested the suspect when he went to pick up some of the money in person. New tonight, we hear from one of the victims who survived the Muncie triple shooting that happened over the weekend.
Yes, he spoke with 13 News' Ella Rhodes today from his hospital room as he continues to recover from multiple gunshot wounds.
Every day, twice a day, Michael Hennessy drives on South Walnut Street to pick up and drop off his friend. But on Sunday, he witnessed something worth stopping for. Hennessy saw a man pulling a woman by her feet down the sidewalk.
I seen that, and his instinct took over, I guess.
Hennessy and his friend got out of his truck to help the woman.
So that's what I do, try to help people.
When shots broke out, he tried to run for cover, but bullets hit him twice. He even coughed one up in the ambulance.
I'm alive, I'm kicking it still.
Hennessy wants two things.
I don't care about what anybody says. I just want my friend to be all right. And I want to be out of this freaking hospital.
Looking forward to return to work as a local contractor. Sarah Beach says Hennessy repaired her front door just days ago.
Him trying to help that woman just kind of exemplifies that he is a nice man and the kind of person that you want in your community.
Hennessy hopes in a few weeks doctors will clear him for work so he can repair Beach's garage.
He represents the very best in Muncie.
Hennessy's advice?
Honestly, be careful where you stick your nose.
Police apprehended the 21-year-old suspect who allegedly shot Hennessy, his friend, and 23-year-old Cheyenne Rains, who sadly died from her injuries. Hennessy prays his friend survives and justice is served.
Karma will get him. That's all I care about.
In Muncie, Ella Rhodes, 13 News.
Police arrested the suspect on a dozen preliminary charges, and now he's in custody in Delaware County, no bail.
A beautiful Tuesday we have seen. It has been amazingly comfortable weather, especially as we got into the middle part of the day. Angela says there could be some overnight storms, however.
That's right, maybe even before overnight, but after the sun goes down tonight. And I really do love looking at the images from your weather camera network, because you can really see the color and the blue and the green. And sometimes that shot that
our north side cam,
it just doesn't actually capture like how wonderful and beautiful it is outside today. I mean, it's spectacular.
It is. We had lots of sunshine, and you're right, everything is blooming, everything is really getting
colorful.
Green. It is colorful. So that's where we will start. And yes, we do have some storms on the way too. So we'll cover both this time around. We'll take you to the Country Club of Indianapolis, where we have seen a few golfers out there today. Bloomington camera always looks fabulous. Skies really blue, everything greening up across parts of Monroe County. Again, on our Tuesday afternoon, early evening, temperatures well into the 70s at this hour. In fact, Bloomington, under those mainly sunny skies, 77. We have 77 in Shelbyville, 76 degrees in Indianapolis. Thought we'd have a couple of places close to 80. We're right at 80 in Lafayette and 79 degrees in Terre Haute. Watching a line of rain and storms up to our north and west. Right now, locally, no watches, no warnings, but we'll keep an eye on this line as it starts to make a move to the south. You can see here with Future Track 13, for most of us, it will be after the sun goes down, closer to midnight for central Indiana. Some rain, some rumbles of thunder, and perhaps a brief gusty storm or two. I'll continue the timeline and look ahead to some 80s in the 7-day.
All right, thanks, Angela. For the first time now in 3 years, economists say prices are rising faster than wages. Let's look at inflation. It surged at 3.8% last month, and that is what the Bureau of Labor Statistics is releasing for the latest figures today. Jenna Webster joins us now live in studio. And This new numbers, this inflationary cost comes at food banks in our area now are seeing the need to help to continue to grow because the community demand is going up.
Yeah, what'd you find today, Jenna?
Well, I mean, that's been something we've been talking about for months now. And I was talking to gleaners. They say demand is really at an all-time high. Today's report says grocery prices jumped 0.7%. That's the highest increase in nearly 4 years. So now a new program is going to try and help Central Indiana food banks expand their reach, hopefully help some more people as well. Today, Eli Lilly announced it will help provide 500,000 meals across 15 communities, including here in Indianapolis. It's all part of a partnership with United Way of Central Indiana and its food distributions at Gleaners and Second Helpings. It's also partnering with the nonprofit Hatch to donate refrigerators to food pantries, which will help them distribute protein like eggs.
It is growing. It is one of the most fundamental needs that individuals have when it comes to barriers to them living the lives they're capable of living. So we want to ensure that we're providing every opportunity necessary for people to get the nutritious food that they need in communities that they live, play, and work in.
I made it back, didn't I?
The Pacers Foundation's Drive and Dish program is also part of this new initiative. So they'll be adding 3 new sites. There's going to be 2 in Marion County, 1 in Boone County. That'll bring them up to 25 locations where people can come and pick up food. Drive and Dish doesn't have those new locations picked out quite yet. They're going to be working with gleaners trying to figure out what areas in Marion and Boone counties have the greatest need. But the hope is that they're going to have these new locations up and running by August.
Yeah, it's great to see. That was really the brainchild of Coach Carlisle. You know, this is something that he wanted, and now we're seeing that it's starting to mushroom and grow.
Yeah, a lot of people using it.
I hate they have to do it, but glad that it's there. Thank you, Jenna.